Hi, pal. She's Mary Beer. I'm Robbie Baycroft. This is episode 2 of the Two Pals podcast. Two pals. Tupac. We're having fun. It took us about a half hour to get this going, but PCT.
Yeah, PCT, Pacific Coast Television.
Yes, Jonathan. The other Jonathan helped us this time. So,
right.
Other Jonathan, the original Jonathan. I hope you're enjoying your vacation. New
we
Jonathan,
miss you.
Thank you. Yeah, we already miss you.
Yeah.
So this one's gonna be another half hour.
Yeah. 30
You got
minutes.
it in you. You're ready to rock and
I
roll.
always got it in me.
Kevin's here doing the little boop,
Yeah,
boop, boop,
Kevin.
boop. Kevin.
Buddy.
There we go. Kevin, good to have you. All right,
Yeah,
it's
thanks,
official.
Kevin.
30 minutes. We're just evolving. The podcast is growing as we go.
Yeah. Yeah,
Levels are good. Everyone's having a good time. Sweet. All
we're
right.
figuring it out as we go along.
So what did you think about the first? You haven't watched the episode yet, but like, what was your experience like for that first time?
Well, I haven't watched it, but I felt like it was just like it was good, but it could have been a lot better.
Okay.
And it felt like fun, which was
That's
great.
good.
And I wanted to let people know that we were doing it.
Nice.
So that felt good too.
I did notice that some of your friends and family and students started following the Instagram already, so that's good. Did you leak it?
Sorry.
No, that's good. I'm counting on you to promote this.
Oh, I didn't know if leak is a bad thing.
No, you want stuff to leak.
Okay, yeah. Then I leaked
and
it.
some people leak their own stuff to build hype.
Oh, I see.
But we didn't have to do that because I didn't tell you no, Mary, it's a secret. Now leak
No,
it.
because they were already asking how'd the podcast
Yeah,
go?
I like that.
I do too.
That means they're just waiting, and hopefully they're
And
waiting
they
for
are
episode
waiting.
2.
Yeah, well, and some of them are like, we're gonna do that, and
Maybe.
the other ones are like, yeah, we're gonna do that too.
That's good.
So
I'm excited to see out of that group
other
who
ones, which I
blossoms.
mean, like the students that I
Students.
work with. Yeah.
And then I'm just notorious for like going out with all my friends, and anytime I meet someone, I'm like, you need a podcast, and they're like, is that, you just tell everyone that? And I was like, yeah, pretty much. If you hate your job and you want to do something else, or if you have anything to promote, or if you're doing good in the world, or you have a story to tell, this is the way to do it.
It really is, and it's just gonna get better and better as we go along.
Better and better.
Yeah, and then we can bring more pals on. I'm
More pals.
So looking forward to that.
We have to change the name of the podcast. It's just like so many pals. Too many pals.
Right?
That's our
Which
goal.
pal's gonna be next?
So I told Nicole she might be our first guest. How do you feel about that?
I think that'd be good.
Okay. What do you think, Kevin?
Be rad.
All right, sweet. So Nicole, get ready. You're gonna be our.
Yeah.
You're gonna be on episode 3, maybe.
She'll be ready.
Oh, I'll stay ready. We were like, who the hell is Nicole? Okay, sweet. So getting into it. I always feel like Mary's so far away from the mic and I'm so close. Where should we be?
Should I move closer?
Right, you guys are good.
Okay,
Yeah, I feel
because the
good.
room picks it up, right?
Because I feel like you're going like this and I'm looking at you. But that's fine.
Yeah. Well, I always want to be a radio, so tune in to the happy hour here on Channel FM.
But that's what you're good at.
Making fun of radio hosts?
No, just being right there.
Well, I always think that you're like a master facilitator, so I always try to be like you.
Ah.
So when we collaborate, it's too many inside jokes that no one gets. Okay, so we texted about this briefly last night,
We did.
but what's the theme of today's show?
So we're going to talk about all the things we do.
Mm-hmm.
All of our hats.
All the hats we wear.
All the hats we wear.
We're two pals. I don't even know how many hats.
I don't either. And sometimes my hats get all combined.
So my goal is just to wear one big hat.
Oh, with like a bunch of pins.
Maybe.
Yeah, I like that.
Like a 2-pound
Two-pound
pin,
pin,
a breaker's pin, a PRC pin.
Right? Yeah, all the pins. That'd be great.
Who wants to go first? Should we flip?
Well, maybe we should do like highs and lows. I don't know.
Oh yeah, we're
You
gonna
wanna
do a check-in
that?
because
Yeah,
I did call you a master facilitator.
Yeah, and checking in is so important.
Checking in is the most important thing.
And sometimes we start working and nobody checks in with each other.
Not sometimes, most times.
And then it
people-
just doesn't feel good. None of the work I do, we always check.
I
all
think it's
of the work
good to
we do,
check in personally first, so then maybe somebody you're working with might be having a bad day.
Right.
And if you don't check in right away, their opinion or it might the sauce might be off a little.
Exactly.
And then
yeah,
tastes like poop.
it just lets you arrive.
Let's arrive.
All right, yeah, let's arrive.
Okay, highs and lows. You're first.
First. Okay, let's see. A low, I guess, is that there was another death of a young person in our community, and so that's been very heavy with the students that I work with. And then also thinking about the work that I do and trying to find is it working? What should we do? Anyway, so that's kind of a low for me. It's just feeling inadequate in my work. That would be the low. And then the high is that I had this really cool experience today with Sonia Lancaster. She came in.
Shout out to Sonia Lancaster.
That's right. She came in and facilitated this thing for my friend Nancy and I for our birthdays. And so we had like this.
Did I miss your birthday?
No, my birthday's not till Thursday.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you didn't miss it. Anyway, it was like this feel-good hour, and we talked about unicorns and sloths, and I can go on and on, but it was great. So much fun.
I can't compete with that.
Everyone always says that after a check-in.
Maybe you should stop going first. Low. Damn. I think I feel like the community got hit with the death. Because like you said at last episode, like everyone's kind of connected. So when something hits, it hits us all, or someone knows someone. So that was definitely the case. So I think there was like that unease. And then I want to say like the next day there's like, the shootings, and then now people are just having it out, politically online, and it's trickling everywhere into our little town, and there's just a lot of like false machismo. Like people are walking around like they got it all figured out, and it's just this like ignorance is bliss or privilege. I don't know what it is, but it's a feeling, and a lot of people can't put words to it because I'm trying and I can't. But there's just that. But the high that comes out of that is it makes me want to do more good. It makes me want to do this podcast. It makes me want to tell the people I know that I love them. And it's like it's almost having a good influence, which sucks. Because if not a lot of this bad stuff happened, then would we really be checking ourselves as much?
Well, and that doesn't really matter, right? Because it's where we are right now. Yeah. And so we have to be bold in what we're doing, and we have to just get out there. We have to love each other as fearlessly as we can. That
reminds me of a text you sent me last night. I appreciate you for bringing that up. So, highs and lows. Be bold, love fearlessly. Yep. The only way to, make a friend out of an enemy is through love.
It is. You got to lean in as humans.
Yeah, and it's like this. It's like two pals. One, and you can't just like do it fast and blink it. You got to have these one-on-ones. Like one person hearing this might be on a bad day, and if this major day, then that's it. Check it off. Go to the next.
And I think you and I have had some of those experiences, like in the past year, with like people in the community. Like every now and then, we just like get hit with these.
And now we got proof because they're calling us out.
They are.
I met Mary Beer and Robbie Bancroft. That's ROBBYBANCROT. He lives in and it's working. So
it is.
But it's easier to be angry. It's easier to be judgmental. But you gotta practice the pause, ground yourself. One breath can change your how the next reaction goes. Can you tell I've been to a few therapy classes since our last meeting?
I'm really proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You inspire me, pal.
Oh my gosh.
Kevin, quick, highs and lows.
Highs and lows. I guess I'll start with a low. Hold on, this echo is tripping out. I guess I like kind of burnt out in the last week. I just loaded up too much work, and it was good work, but I just didn't sleep enough, didn't eat enough. Worked 16 hours over 2 days, and that was all outside work, not editing. And then just played a show and physically just crashed. So that was gnarly. But then silver lining, and I guess this is the positive.
Where's Kevin?
All of that is
we know he's here.
There he is.
Yeah. Was it? The silver lining is that I feel productive. I got a lot done. I've been in an okay spot because of the work I've been putting in.
Nice.
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
It's weird how the lows and the highs are related.
They're always related.
Yeah. We don't want to admit that.
All right.
Thanks, Kevin. See ya. Kevin isn't feeling very photo friendly today, but look how handsome he is.
He is. Oh, Kevin.
My little long neck. we were going through all the Land Before Times. Kevin's my little foot. Okay, so let's get back in action.
All right.
We're gonna talk about our hats because,
boy,
like I said, when I've known you for a long time, and I was still throughout your campaign, I was like, "What do you do?"
Everybody asks that.
We're doing your mailer, and it's we can't have all the how do we just let's do it. And then people see me and they're like, "Oh, you're still at the restaurant?" It's I haven't worked at the restaurant for 3 years. So it's people assume they know or want to know, but now I can just redirect them to this episode. So, are we going the hat we've worn the longest all the way to the most recent, or like or am I overthinking it?
No, you're not overthinking. No, okay. I think that's probably a good idea.
So right? what profession or group or volunteer or some like what hat have you been wearing the longest, and then we can kind
of. That would be my Pacifica Prevention Partnership hat.
What's like the one liner, the two liner of that, and then why is it important? Why do people need to know about it?
So the one liner, like the elevator speech, is that what we're talking about here? Which is like brutal, right? Depending.
I don't like putting people on the spot for that though, because they're like elevator.
Well, like what is prevention, right? It's not just say no, and it's not like it's so much more than that. And so the whole idea of the Pacifica Prevention Partnership is to reduce youth access to drugs and alcohol in the retail and the social environments, and that's
what
all
does that
jargon.
mean in
that's
plain
such
English? Yeah.
Jargon.
Why does my 14-year-old little brother? How would you explain it to them? I don't have a 14-year-old little brother, by the way, but how would you explain it to me like you were 5 years old? Like its very essence.
Like what I do? I have explained it to 5-year-olds before.
Okay, do it that way.
I explain it to 5-year-olds. I say, I help young people stay away from drugs and alcohol.
Nice.
And that's so very simply put, right? So we don't work with adults or focus on adults. We work with adults, but not the focus is on young people.
But the target demographic is just prevention.
Yeah. But my hat specifically, there's just so much involved, right? So I do volunteer coordination, and I do reporting, and I do all the fiscal, and I do all of the facilitating of the meetings.
This 5-year-old has left the building.
But it's so much more than people think.
Yeah.
You know.
Because they only see the results.
What are they seeing? Yeah, exactly.
And then it's it's not like, oh, I'm hungry at 8. Okay, I'm not hungry anymore. Like prevention, homeless outreach. These are very...
Yeah. And
what are the little wins then?
Prevention is like stopping people before they start, which is great if we're talking to really young children.
Yeah.
But what we really need is different kinds of services, intervention, early intervention,
we're working
treatment.
On that.
I know we are.
I feel like even this show is part of that.
It is.
And we don't know it yet.
You're right. And it's going to expand so that we can let young people talk about what's really going on.
Yeah, and what you're trying to help them.
What they really need.
Yeah, and listen to them.
Right.
Listen.
Yeah.
Well, I can't compete with that. Good thing it's not.
Oh my God, but you can, because it works together.
It does.
Yeah, one of the hats. That's one of my hats. What about you? What about one of your hats?
I think the hat you're thinking of is the Pacifica Resource Center.
I think so.
Nice. So I'm the development coordinator at the Pacifica Resource Center. Mm-hmm. And our JARGI mission is, I guess, to support... yeah, I think I taught you this. That's critical services.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially a safety net service, a core agency, food, shelter, any other critical service. That could be anything from getting you diapers for your baby or helping you with your taxes. We do rent, we do mortgage assistance, groceries and food is the main jam. And essentially we are that neighbor that you can rely on. The slogan is neighbors helping neighbors, and it originally on the website that just looked like it was from the 80s was like, it's not a motto, it's like a way of life. You know, it's what we do, but it really is true. Like if you need a shoulder to cry on, you can come in there. If you need a Band-Aid, you can come there. If you're escaping domestic violence, or if you just came into hard times, like we can get you there before it gets worse. And the services and the programs, and we're adding more. And so we're revamping the website. We're going to do kind of a relaunch, a reintroduction, so that people in the community who are suffering or struggling, and this could be anywhere from I make no money to I make $120,000 and it's still so expensive to live here.
Yeah.
So I don't do any of that work, but the development is fundraising, the communications aspect, because it costs a lot of money to provide these services, and if we weren't here doing it, then there wouldn't be any of this in Pacifica, which blows my mind because we're like the redhead stepchild of the peninsula.
We're an anomaly.
We're the we were talking about last episode, like people just think it's like rich people. And like rich people in fog.
Right.
But there's people out here struggling just like everywhere else. But
and I've heard people say, well, I want to go to the resource center because it feels good there.
That's nice.
Like they leave feeling better, than when they walked in.
That's good. I hear like I've left with hope. Like someone is here to listen.
Yeah, I could talk about them all day long.
Yeah. We'll do another episode on that. And then eventually we're going to have like Resource Center board members, staff come on the show. I think that would be really special.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I can't just, I could talk about it forever too.
Yeah.
But it's really the stories. So we're going to start sharing more stories. And maybe I could, same thing I do with the collaborative, I can maybe read some of the success stories here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That'd be a good idea.
So, yeah, I just have to plug Palmpalooza, September 14th. I think the podcast will be launched before that. So that's my goal. But that's one of our major fundraisers.
Yeah.
It's a 60s theme, Summer of Love. So we'll see you there.
Peace.
And guess what? Kevin will be there shooting the video.
Yay, Kevin.
But then he just told me he's burnt out, so now it's my fault.
Right, yeah.
Kevin needs an apprentice.
No, you just check in with him before he's...
Yeah, highs and lows. Got me shooting these dogs. We actually felt bad for the dogs at the surf contest. Like, for a while, it felt like a little like we're at the circus and the tiger's like... So, and then I was seeing complaints that the dogs were like pooping and peeing on the beach, and then they weren't picking it up. So then families were going there. I feel like you have something to say.
I saw one complaint about that.
On Sue Wireless's Facebook page?
Just one, and I don't know if it's true or not.
You don't think the dogs pooed on the beach?
Well, I think that dog owners are pretty, like, respecting, like...
I'm pretty sure the sand went over a couple. And it didn't even dawn on me that was happening, but, like, yeah. Dogs gotta poop. Dogs gotta pee. So do we. That's why I was late today. All right.
Oh, no.
Okay,
no.
What other hats?
Can you cut that?
You never read
what
the
other
book,
hats? Well, you
Poop?
mentioned a collaborative.
Okay, so let's do that. Hat.
So
what is the Pacifica Collaborative?
Well, and I didn't say like my title before, but I'm the facilitator for the Pacifica Collaborative, which is a group that meets once a month specifically to like share resources and connect each other and connect people to enrich our community.
Nice.
It could be very like this
the
is our
5-year-old
mission.
Has no idea.
The 5-year-old, I would say. So me and my friends get together once a month. We eat a lot of really good food and have good coffee.
Yeah, you have the best. Not to cut you off, but I will. Yeah, you're really good at that.
Because if you feed people, it makes them happy, right? Yeah. It's totally worth every.
Some people might say
bit.
There's business in that.
Right? There is.
Yeah, we'll get to that after this.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you didn't? You weren't picking up what I was putting down?
I get it. Breakers.
Yeah. Thanks for explaining.
Yeah.
Okay, so the collaborative. I love the collaborative because I get to go to that meeting too.
Yeah. Right. And everybody seems to love the collaborative because something magical happens within that space where people can come together and get to know each other personally, right?
Yeah,
so we do that.
I'm sensing a theme here with Mary Byer.
That's right. Yeah, Mary Byer. Anyway, it's beer, okay, y'all?
Yes, she did grow up in that red house in Valimar. Don't get it twisted. Pacifica native up in here.
That's right. And it's an honor to facilitate the collaborative because Julie Lancel, former mayor, Julie Lancel used to facilitate the collaborative. And then when they asked me to step into her shoes, I was like, I was honored to do that. And so it's just really fun.
How long have you been doing that?
I think this is my 5th year.
Nice.
I think in my 5th year, yeah. It seems like yesterday. But it's also, I can feel it evolving. And then we can keep track of like all the connections that happen there.
Totally.
And it's so exciting. And we know what's going on with each other. So we're like, oh, Paula at the library. Hey, what can we do together? Or what do you have in this? You know, like we help each other.
And Paula has no shortage of things happening at the library.
Yeah, right.
Things to say.
Yeah.
Massachusetts Paula. We met her a little bit. She's fun. We gotta have her on the show.
Yeah, we do.
But I'd have to say, like, I've been involved with the collaborative for about 3 years now, and it's grown. It's packed, like, 30 to 35.
Yeah.
And it's the people from all the agencies, all the organizations, from the city, from Parks and Rec, from
PTOs, Beach Coalition, the county, the library,
and then like the Suzanne Moores and the Carol, like they have
the Pacifica Peace
they have like
people,
they
my
represent
girls,
10 Pacifica Peace people, social justice.
Yeah.
And then there's also people from outside can come in.
Right.
So you have like
the county people come.
Asian Recovery Services.
Asian American Recovery Services and all the folks from the North County Outreach Collaborative because we're part.
This is a place to be.
Of the North County Outreach Collaborative. So basically it's to connect people to
services.
services.
Are there other collaboratives happening?
There's the Daly City Partnership. And then there's the
and they come to ours,
the Coastside Collaborative too.
Okay. Do we ever link up with them or is it like a
but they have it on the same day as ours.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I facilitated that for like a year.
How's that?
The Coastside. I didn't belong. Probably wasn't a good call. But it was fun.
Because you're from Pacifica.
But I learned. Yeah, and they're like, "Why are you here? Who are you?"
You're a NorCal switcher on.
That's right. I love Pacifica on my car.
Nice. And I love my grand dog.
Yeah.
So the collaborative. Okay, let's recap a little.
Okay.
Prevention partnership.
These keep slipping off my head. I just want to say that. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Prevention partnership. If you know any youth who need help, guidance.
And it's not. And if you just want to be involved with making community-wide changes around substance use.
Okay.
That really
cool.
is
so
what it's
if
about.
that's what you're passionate about and you have ties to that,
yes.
reach out to Mary with that hat
and
on.
we need help.
Yeah, it takes a village.
It does.
With the resource there, literally, like I said, anything, and I mean anything. The answer is already yes. That's not our new thing, but that's our thing. Is if you like, I wonder if yes, we will help you.
Yeah.
And if the answer is no, we will find a creative way to say yes. You need your car repaired. You need a place to crash. Like, just the answer is yes. Come in. You are not alone. No matter how much like bad or shitty your situation is, like, we are there to help.
And there's job opportunities.
There is job. Thank you for bringing that up. Quick plug. PRC is hiring. We're expanding. Full-time case manager, part-time to full-time driver. We're getting a new refrigerated van, which is awesome. Can we start?
So excited.
We can start delivering to families who are working 2-3 jobs just to survive out here, because it is a new world and it does cost money to live out here.
Yes, it does.
A lot of money.
Yep.
And we're also looking for a front desk admin position as well. That is on the website, packresourcecenter.org/news/2019/jobs.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Lots of slashes.
Or packresourcecenter.org, and then you'll see on the bar, it'll say join our community
There
or join
you
our
go.
team.
Yeah.
But yeah, reach out. Don't reach out to me, because you have to be very particular how you follow these directions. It'd actually be bad if you reach out to me for the job. So you gotta go on your own merits.
Right.
And if you're thinking that you might be able to do it, I'll tell you again, you can.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great place to work, or else I wouldn't be there.
And how did you get there?
I'm a millennial. I averaged 3 years and I job hop. I was volunteering. I joined the board as a volunteer.
Right. Why?
After we opened Breakers, my other hat.
Okay.
I worked there for 2-3 years. It's a little fuzzy. My dad says 2. I say 3. But I was doing a little soul searching. I left the tech industry and, combating that. What are you supposed to be doing with your life versus what are you actually doing with your life? And I always seem to land on my feet, but every once in a while I just go through this, coming out of the cocoon. Yeah, the rebirth.
Yeah,
and you're
I love
supposed
that.
to change, believe it or not.
Are.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone else told me that.
It wasn't Nicole. She sent you that on her Instagram. So I started volunteering February 11th, I think, was one of my first meetings.
Wow, you know the date?
Well, because the newspaper article was in the, got it tattooed right here. But it's because that's when we signed to become an independent 501c3.
Oh, that's
so,
right.
so we broke away from our fiscal sponsor.
Yeah.
And then we were like, let's think of some fundraisers. And then, we need someone who help us get with events and, maybe production and music. And then I was like, I retired from that life, but I'm back in. So yeah, that was cool. Was on the board for a year, and then we went through an audit where it's how to make you bigger, faster, stronger, and they're you're kind of missing that one communications fundraising component, someone who's responsible for just maintain the relationships.
Yeah.
Because case managers are case managing, they can't stop to plan a fundraiser or go to a board meeting or update the Facebook page, but these are all contemporary things that you need in order to attract new clients but also new donors and then incubate that. So we did some job searches, and I don't even really know how many candidates we got, but then it ultimately, I kind of looked around, they kind of looked around, and then my dad's like, you should get a job because it's not working out at Breakers. He didn't fire me, I fired myself, as he likes to say.
He does like to say that.
Yeah, very loudly.
But it's bringing a whole new perspective to
totally. That's
how we do outreach. Because it really is about outreach, right? A lot of what you do.
Yeah, because in my opinion, development and communication is almost hand in hand, because before you could ask for someone, do you need help, or would you like help, or would you like to, are you in the position to give? You have to get their attention. So that's a lot. And this is the birth of the podcast. It's all, I'm constantly studying how this algorithm in the world works.
Yeah.
And this is it. Just being genuine. Talk to your friends.
So exciting.
And then come along for the ride. So 3 years later, here I am.
Great.
And I think the anniversary is close to the Palmpalooza date.
Oh, probably.
So just to add a little extra special
Zing
sauce
to
on
it.
that.
Yeah.
Is it okay? Hats.
Is it my turn?
I think you just did the collaborative.
Oh,
and then
I
I did part 2.
Well, we can talk
PRC.
about my youth council really quick if you want.
What's your youth council?
What?
No, go ahead.
Well, I'm also the facilitator for our Be the Change Youth Coalition.
I didn't know that.
What?
Why wasn't that part of your campaign?
It had to have been part of my campaign. No?
Okay, go ahead.
It's all part of PPP, that's a Pacifica Prevention Partnership.
Yeah.
That's why. But the majority of the fun and where I love to be the most is working with the young people.
Is that where Kevin and I showed
Yeah.
up? Okay, cool.
Right.
And apparently we're cool kids.
Cool kids, that's what they said.
Nice.
Oh, they're cool kids.
Well, shout out back to those cool kids. Thank you guys for your support. We appreciate it.
Oh my gosh, they're amazing.
I feel
They
like
do
you have more
such
hats, no?
amazing work.
They do.
Yeah.
Kevin and I were actually really impressed how they were just like talking to us. Like, I mean, we got a solid 15 years on some of these people. We're like, old. Some of these kids are old enough to be my kids.
Well, how do you think I feel?
Old?
No, but they're used to talking because
Yeah.
that's what we do.
But that's
we
good.
create this safe space
That
for them
reminds
to
me
be
of, I
in.
would have been in like that group when I was younger.
Yeah, and it's safe space, and so it's not like we just talk about drugs and alcohol because we hardly ever
We
talk
didn't.
about that. We just do a lot of other things to bring awareness in different ways, and just again, it's a safe space, and it's just so much fun. And
Safe
over the
space.
years, there's been hundreds of kids that I've worked with, and now they're my friends, right?
And now they're hopefully subscribing and liking.
Yeah, and they will.
And commenting on this
and
podcast.
And they come back and they help at events and they support my campaign.
I know.
And it's just
I think
awesome. Man. It's so
This is just the beginning, maybe. I'm trying to tell you.
I
I'm
know.
trying to
You
tell
told me
you.
this a while ago, and I'm just going with it because
I
I
know.
trust you 100%.
Do we have that on camera of me telling Mary, like, you gotta listen to me? This is it. You're gonna be big.
We have to.
Okay, yeah, we'll-
Yeah,
we'll
but
cut back to
what does that mean? I have no idea what it means. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that we just be exactly who we are all the time, and
Yes.
then we help people along the way.
Exactly.
Right?
I like it. That's the mission. That's the anthem. Get your damn hands up. Do you want to
Like
show?
this?
Do you want to show off your shoes?
My shoes that my young people
Yeah.
bought for me. Look, wow. See? Can you see them? Down? I don't know. Up, down.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Yeah.
Sweet.
See? My people from my youth council bought me shoes.
Yeah. I'm
Cool
waiting-
shoes.
Kevin and I would like shoes. I wear 11 and a half. Kevin looks like a 10. A 10 to me? 10 and a
10 and a
half?
half.
10 and a half. Okay. On a good day. Okay, we got 4 minutes.
Well, that was pretty good.
I
We're
know.
going to get really good. And then we have pals on. We're going to be doing an hour.
Maybe.
I think so.
Potentially. Yeah, I think so.
Shoot for the stars.
Maybe if you are listening to this, comment if you would like another half hour of this, or if you're just like, please stop, no, or somewhere in between. Text Mary 510-650.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Get the Google number.
Yeah. Why do you have a 510 number? Did we talk about this?
Because it's a friend's plan. I've had it for years.
Okay, because you left for like a little while.
I don't know. It just is. And I like it.
Is that all your hats?
Yeah, I think that's all my hats.
Do you volunteer at your church? Are there any other things?
Oh, well, I love
It's
my
not just
church.
not income, you know. Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I
you
love
want
my
to shout out
church.
your church or anything?
New Life Christian Fellowship.
Nice.
It's great. It's just such a supportive environment. And yeah, I love my church.
Nice. When does the collaborative meet, by the way?
Oh, first Thursday of every month from
And people
9
can
o'clock
come,
to
show up?
10:30. They can.
Okay, it's open to the
Pacifica
public.
School District. It is.
I was talking through all that. Do it again. Sorry. Join us at the collaborative.
Join us at the Pacifica Collaborative first Thursday of every month. Well, not every month.
Yeah.
There's only 9 months out of the year, so we don't meet in January
But
or
since this is
or
airing,
July or August.
Oh Jesus! It's
School
the
district.
first Thursday of the month
It
at
is.
9 a.m. Come at 8:45 if you want Mary's blueberries.
Yeah, and coffee, really good coffee.
Got you.
And tea for those who like tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I kind of wear another hat. It's just
Mm-hmm.
Breakers. Not so much operational day to day, but behind the scenes supportive.
Yeah.
Supportive son. Those new T-shirts were us. The new POS system was us.
What's a POS?
The point of
service?
sale.
Oh, sale.
Yeah, so our other one crashed, so we
Yeah.
we went with Clover, and everything works out. Our staff is happy with it, and as long as the guests don't feel any change, then we're good.
5 years?
And we celebrated our 5-year anniversary, 5-year
5-year anniversary.
5-year anniversary, March
Right?
8th, 2019.
Amazing.
We're gonna plan something.
That would be good.
I was waiting for the chamber to call me and do a ribbon cutting, but they must have lost my number. Just kidding.
Would you like a ribbon cutting? 'Cause
I think so.
could
Maybe
probably
for the
get you one.
6th year. We want it to be something significant. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna
it's just
redesign
evolved
the
so
menu.
much.
I know, it's crazy. We got the puppy patio now. We got the
I love the
little
puppy patio.
puppy patio.
Totally bring my grand dog there and eat.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
You just slide right into the puppy patio.
I do.
You got connections.
I
now.
do. Yeah, that's nice.
But
it's always full. Always full. Every time I'm there.
Don't spread that rumor because a lot of people don't come because it's so busy.
Oh no, but that doesn't mean that you don't get a seat right away.
Exactly. We're only really on about a 5 to 10 minute wait for a party too. On the weekends when you see the crowd out, that's probably a bigger party. So, and we want you to come in. No, that's good though. But a lot of people are like, "You're so busy, I don't go there anymore." And I'm like,
No, it's full of energy there.
Yeah, that's probably my dad's
energy.
energy.
We're heading down.
45 seconds.
Dang.
Do I have any more hats? I feel like I have more, but
I feel like I have more too, but I guess the main thing is, that we just are helping people.
So yeah, if you are struggling and you need food or you need help, resources, come to PRC. If you're hungry and you can afford $15, come to Breakers. If not, just tell them I sent you. Put it on my tab.
If you want to be involved with a great community coalition and you want to see community-wide changes, get a hold of me. We're looking for volunteers all the time. We're expanding. We're going to be doing parent nights at all these different businesses around town. I'm really excited about that.
I am too.
Sonia Lancaster again.
Sonia Lancaster.
Yeah.
Maybe a little sprinkle of Robbie B in there.
That's
you never
right.
know. And then if you have an organization or a cause or a mission that you're trying to spread, come to the collaborative and meet the people who are often behind the scenes, but like making this world a better place, the city a better place.
That's right. We're fortunate here.
Any final words, pal?
Love you, pal.
I love you, pal. She's Mary.
I'm Robbie.
And we're two pals.